Shit, my earbud just fell. Where'd it go? Oh, well, that's gonna suck. That is going to suck. Fuck my life. Morning, morning, morning. I dropped my earbud. I don't know where it went. And I can't ping it because I'm live. So, that sucks for me. Like, really bad. How did it disappear? Like, it just fell out of my fucking ear. Where the fuck did it go? Oh, got it. There it is. Okay, under the chair. Yeah, I had to add 18 plus since we were talking about sex. Oh, God. Sex and holes and crotches and bowling balls and shit people shove up their asses and... Yeah, that's an 18 and over conversation. Have a good night. Happy Friday. He's going to sleep. He worked all night, Puff. He worked till 7 a.m. this morning. He's going sleepy, sleepies. Very educational convos. Don't shove anything up your ass. Or up your hoo-ha. It's a bad thing. It might get stuck up there. And don't ever forget that you put a tampon in and put another one in. And then another one and then another one. Because they wind up in your uterus and that's bad too. Morning, Len. So did any of you hear the recording last night on Mike's Live that I played that King got sent to him? That I think is hysterical, that I have to put on my stories? Morning, Dawn. See, you're not blocked. You walked into it, don't shove things up your ass. Okay, so backstory of that is I giggle when I laugh. I giggle. My daughter giggles too. She has my giggle. My nickname as a kid was Giggles. Not a hamster or a gerbil. Morning, Linz. So I used to work in an emergency room at one point, and we saw people walk in with some weird shit shoved up their ass. And the majority of them were grown men. I know, you worked all night too. Sorry. King's going to sleep too. He worked all night. He pulled a double yesterday. And one of the things that we saw was a gerbil that had died, that was like dead in somebody's ass for 3 days. And he tried to pull it out, and because it was dead, the tail came off. So he couldn't get the gerbil out. There was somebody yeah, who shoved lots of fruits. Lots of fruits. Oh, Mike's Live. That's it. That's what I want to say. So I got to play the sounds. I'll pull it up as I'm talking. Lots of fruit. Lots of fruit was shoved up people's ass. Happy vacay. Is it a staycay or a vacay? I don't know why. Because they thought that it would crawl up and like tickle the prostate, I guess. Somebody shoved a screwdriver, a Phillips head screwdriver up their ass to tickle his prostate. But it was the Phillips head, not a flat head. And it caused a lot of fucking damage. He had to have surgery. A light bulb of a woman's hoo-ha, and it broke. She had glass stuck inside her hoo-ha. Like I said, this other woman had like a bunch of tampons shoved in her uterus. She had to have emergency laparoscopic surgery to pull them out, and she was sepsis. Oh, that's so nice. Enjoy. Like I said, a lot of fruit. A lot of fruit. Bananas, cucumbers, eggplants. Morning, Jordy. I mean, people do the craziest shit. Yeah, I know. He's very mad at you, Dawn. I don't understand what goes through, why people would think that this is a good idea to do these things. That's what I said. You could just get, nope, nada, not happening. It's not happening today. Nope, nada. Ungats. Morning, how are you? I love your name. It is. It's insanely dangerous. I don't know why people think this is a good idea. You could get really cheap sex toys on Amazon. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay, but his issues with Lindsay are personal. You know what I mean? I mean, she used him and took advantage of him and like played with his head. So he's angry about that. I get it. We were talking about shit people shove up their asses. Because I used to work in an ER. And up there hoo-has. Oh, and then we were talking about the gag reflex for blowjobs. And if you hold the pressure point between your pointer and your thumb, if you hold that pressure point right in between the two, you press down with 2 fingers, it gets rid of your gag reflex for like 20 to 30 minutes, so. I know they do. Exactly. Exactly. They make things specifically for shoving them up your ass. Morning, Peaches. Rewind what again? Say what again? Oh, to get rid of the gag reflex? Oh, there's a pressure point between your thumb and your pointer finger. Right past the piece of skin between the two. And when you press on it for a few minutes, it gets rid of your gag reflex so you can deep throat. So I was telling everybody how to deep throat. Gets rid of your gag reflex for like 20 minutes so you could really go deep. And then we were talking about CA having 5 holes in her hoo-ha. And I was like, I don't know why medically anybody would have that. It's like a bowling ball. I can deep throat too. I'm just telling people who need to know how to get rid of their gag reflex because they can't. Because when it hits the back of their throat, they gag. Yeah, that you can just get rid of it. You can get rid of that gag reflex. Morning, Tony. How are you? Yes, Lynn. Yes. Hi, Icy. I don't know why. I don't know the reason. It doesn't make sense. My mom's going to the... That wouldn't give you 5 holes, Linz. What do you mean? I've been the biggest slut in the world. I still only got the 2. And I had a baby. Oh no, why were you in the hospital? Night, Siobhan. Have a good sleep. I'll see you later. Hospitals suck. Okay, so this is the sound from last night. So I'm going to play it so you could listen to it because it's really hysterical. Morning, Claire. Okay, here we go.
See, and it said that...
Oh wait, I gotta rewind that.
Today there was an article released by TMZ, and it said that basically Aaron's family believes that there was foul play in his death, and I believe the police are working to confirm that he didn't really just die in a bathtub. So this is where Crystal Ann ties in, and I believe most people are familiar with her from the Carterverse. And I was a little too fast yesterday to get out my chicken cakes information. I didn't perform a thorough investigation, but now I have. So I have the whole rabbit hole for you. It wasn't just chicken cakes in on this, it was Crystal Ann. And Crystal Ann was basically orchestrating this whole thing. And I believe, if you will recall, Crystal Ann sent all...
Oh wait, I'm going to start it over because late night just came in.
Today there was an article released by TMZ, and it said that basically Aaron's family believes that there was foul play in his death. And I believe the police are working to confirm that he didn't really just die in a bathtub. So this is where Crystal Ann ties in, and I believe most people are familiar with her from the Carterverse. And I was a little too fast yesterday to get out my chicken cakes information. I didn't perform a thorough investigation, but now I have. So I have the whole rabbit hole for you. It wasn't just chicken cakes in on this, it was Crystal Ann. And Crystal Ann was basically orchestrating this whole thing. And I believe, if you will recall, Crystal Ann sent Oliver, her and Aaron's baby, to foster care in preparation for this incident. So with that, there's a reason. And that reason is because she was planning on doing this murder the whole time. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and get into details of how she carried this out, but I'll give you some of the things that she used to carry out the murder, and that was plastic eggs, chloroform, birdseed, and shaving cream. And I think that you'll understand where I'm going with those clues. So she carried this out. I'm sure you'll see an arrest in the upcoming days for Crystal Ann because I believe the evidence is mounting. Today there was an article released.
I don't know who that is. I don't know who this is. She put Oliver in foster care to prepare for murder. Oh, I'll play it again. I'll play it again. I'll play it again. Here you go, Tony. Just for you.
It's by TMZ, and it said that today there was an article released by TMZ, and it said that basically Aaron's family believes that there was foul play in his death, and I believe the police are working to confirm that he didn't really just die in a bathtub. So this is where Crystal Ann ties in, and I believe most people are familiar with her from the Carterverse. And I was a little too fast yesterday to get out my chicken cakes information. I didn't perform a thorough investigation, but now I have. So I have the whole rabbit hole for you. It wasn't just chicken cakes in on this. It was Crystal Ann. And Crystal Ann was basically orchestrating this whole thing. And I believe, if you will recall, Crystal Ann sent Oliver, her and Aaron's baby, to foster care in preparation for this incident. So with that, there's a reason. And that reason is because she was planning on doing this murder the whole time. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and get into details of how she carried this out, but I'll give you some of the things that she used to carry out the murder, and that was plastic eggs, chloroform, birdseed, and shaving cream. And I think that you'll understand where I'm going with those clues. So she carried this out. I'm sure you'll see an arrest in the upcoming days for Crystal Ann, because I believe that evidence is mounting. Today there was an article.
The evidence is mounting. Poor Oliver. First she gave birth to him. She's got the scar from it and everything. Morning, Ellen. I guess they were home all alone. I don't know. I gotta put this on my stories because it's just too funny. It's just too funny to not put it on my stories with a picture of her. She's going to jail. Yes, Oliver is a fake baby. We gotta call CBS for the twins. We gotta save them. We gotta save the twins. I can't. Oh my God, that was the funniest shit I've ever heard. Funniest shit. She put Oliver in foster care in preparation for the murder. Like somebody took the time to think of this shit, record it, and then share it. They sent it to other people. It's too fucking funny. King sent that shit to me last night. He was sent it by a random person. It's the funniest shit I've ever heard. Oh, she's mad at me anyway, so it's fine. Oh, I'm assuming she's mad at me. Yes, Oliver did it. The 3 reborns did it. Good morning, Joanna. Probably. Whatever. It's funny. So here's the thing. If you get that offended when somebody's actually joking, then you have issues, right? Like, you need to, like, be able to laugh at yourself. You just do. You need to laugh at yourself. You just have to be able to laugh at yourself. Well, she'll only go live and freak out if I unhide my stories from her. So here's the thing. On Wednesday, she went live, and she was bragging about buying all the love merch. Morning, Anna. No, she was hysterical when I put on her mask for her. She thought that was hysterical. She wanted me to be her so she didn't have to talk to anybody. But she was bragging about spending thousands of dollars on love merch because it's $85 a fucking hoodie. So I made a comment in the chat before she ended the live saying, so you're going to buy one of my hoodies and support me too, right? Right? Like, I live on a fucking fixed income. I'm on disability too. My mom's on disability. You know what I mean? My mom's very sick. Medicine's outrageous. I just spent $500 on one prescription for my mother. No shit. One fucking prescription. Hi, Chris Ann. And her response to me was, Well, I'll model it for you. Can I get a discount? I don't think so. But if I get a discount and I can model it, maybe. I like modeling stuff. And I'm sitting there going, are you joking? Like, you're really not going to support me? Because I wasn't joking when I said it, right? Like, I was being honest about it. And she said no. And she actually asked for a discount. She just spent $85 on each hoodie that she got. She spent, I've added it up. It's like $2,000. Morning, Jesse. She spent like $2,000 between the real love merch and the fake love merch. Morning, Sunflower. And you're going to tell me you can't support me and buy a hoodie that's probably going to be like $35-40? Really? Exactly, but that's my point, Linz. Like, there's shit that I go without because I can't fucking afford it. No, they weren't. Mel did not gift her anything. Let's make this very clear. She did not gift her shit. Mel does not like her. And Mel ain't doing any of the shit for free. She's fulfilling the orders, but nobody's getting shit for free. Mel can't stand her. She tolerates her because she gets money off of her. Let's make this very clear. They did not like her. She was a bank. She was an ATM machine, okay? So I asked her nicely if she would support me, and she basically said no, and then backtracked on that a little bit and said, well, can I get a discount? I like to model shit. So whenever I get mad at her, whenever I get annoyed about her, I don't block her because I don't believe in blocking. Like, you really have to do something really, really, really bad for me to block you. But what I do is I'll hide my stories from her and restrict her. So on Wednesday night when I was showing the concert, I forgot. Well, that's good. I'm already a brand ambassador. Here's the difference. I have real followers, not bought followers. I'm waiting for my jewelry now. And I got to do my Cocoa Berry thing. And all my shit is free, by the way. I paid for none of it. I'm getting all this jewelry from the UK, which will be good for Jordy because I know that Jordy's in the UK, so she could probably actually use my discount code. But they're giving me a $500 sign-on bonus. Like, it's not fucking, I'm not doing bullshit things. She's doing bullshit things, right? So because I was supposed to stream the concert on Wednesday and not show it on my Instagram, I never thought to unhide her. Like, I think I even forgot that I did it until later that night. But it wasn't supposed to be on my Instagram. So exactly. Did I go to add you? I didn't mean to add you, Lynn. Just deny it. That's not what I meant to do. I meant to pin your comment, not invite you to go live. Show the camera. Good morning.
Morning. Oh, I'm just waiting for the little one to come in so I can drop her ass off at school so I can go home and go to sleep.
That sounds like a good plan. I've been up all night.
Oh my god. Sometimes I do that, but no, not really. Not when I work.
Well, I didn't.
So fun.
Listen, I didn't want to be up all night. I had the dogs barking, and then when I finally got into bed and fell asleep, I slept like maybe an hour. I don't even think it was a full hour. And my cat, my Russian blue cat, was meowing outside my door and jumping up on my doorknob. So it was jiggling nonstop.
Oh.
And I was like, "You've got to be." So I finally let him in, and then right away he goes to the big dog's crate and goes under the crate cover. So the big dog starts barking at like 4 a.m. It was just a miserable night's sleep. He goes
Do you
near.
do you have a sound machine?
I did. The sound machine broke, but that doesn't make me
Oh.
sleep. That doesn't make me sleep. I got it for the dog.
Yeah, because I have to have a sound machine because my place is literally right across the street from a train tracks.
Oh, I
So it's like
love the train.
constantly.
I love the train. I would sleep like a baby by you.
Oh my God, I can't fucking stand it. It seems like they're getting louder and louder. There's so many people
So
jumping in front of the train.
I grew up next to the train, like literally right next to the train in Coney Island. I was right next to the train station.
Yeah,
I
see?
sat on my terrace and you heard the train. I love trains. Is it snowing?
It's a little bit.
Morning, Spirit.
A little bit.
No, no, no snow here. It's a beautiful sunny day. Cold, but it's sunny.
Oh yeah, no, it's not over here.
When I
It's
moved,
alright.
when I moved from Coney Island to Sheepshead Bay, because I'm not in Sheepshead Bay anymore, that's why I said Sheepshead Bay. But when I moved from Coney Island to Sheepshead Bay, it was so quiet. That's saying the quiet is deafening. The crickets would keep me up at night because it was so fucking quiet. It was
Oh yeah,
horrible.
no, I need sound. I need
So I
sound.
went, I drove into Coney Island with a tape recorder and I recorded the train. And then I went home and I would put it on my stereo at night for me to sleep. So I would hear the train at night. And I did that for like 6 months. I started like gradually lowering it to get used to it being quieter and quieter over 6 months before I was able to shut it off. But I could not sleep without the sound of the train. I mean, I literally grew up with it from like a baby on.
Oh
Like
yeah, so
I
you're
lived in that
definitely used
building
to
from a
it.
baby on. So I could not sleep without the train. Could
Oh
not sleep
yeah, yeah. So
without it.
you're definitely used to it, not me.
I'm a lot better now. I mean, I've been out of that neighborhood for like 20 years, so I don't sleep with that kind of noise. But I need like the TV on in the background.
Yeah, I used to be able to do that, but I can't now for some reason. I don't know why. It needs to be completely like silent. The noise machine has to go on or I cannot sleep.
Yeah, I had the yeah, I know they have live sounds on YouTube too that you could listen to at night, and they have a lot of apps that you could download. A lot of apps. But here's the thing: if I download it on an app, then I have to leave my cell phone upstairs for the dog when I walk out of the room, and that's not happening. So where I go,
Yeah,
my phone goes. But
yeah.
I had gotten a sound machine for the big dog because he was so aware of my movements. When I left my room, he would immediately bark,
Oh
and I'd
yeah,
have to
yeah.
bring
See,
him down
'cause
with me.
yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
So, and I hate that because he's a pandemic puppy, and that's a fucking thing now. Like it's a thing. Whoever got dogs in the pandemic when everybody was stuck in the house and never left, they have severe separation anxiety. So
Mhm.
when he goes up, he's got to sleep in a crate because he'll eat my bed, quite literally eat my bed. So he's got to
Mm.
sleep in his crate at night, but it's enormous. He could stand up, he could lay down, he could sprawl out. It's a lot bigger than he is. I mean, it was a fucking expensive fucking crate. That's why I got so
Oh.
mad when Aaron was crating his dogs. Like I
Yeah,
had
yeah,
posted,
'cause
I had
yeah.
posted the right way to crate a dog. Like my dog has a bowl of water in there. He has a bowl of food in there. He has a toy. He has a bed. He has a
Well,
bone.
not to throw like 10 fucking dogs in there at one
No,
time.
but it doesn't matter. Even just one in there. The crates were too small for the dogs that he was putting in the crates.
Oh, I know, 'cause they were German Shepherds.
even when Nala was alive, and you put Nala in there, and yes, Nala is still dead. Stop believing stop
Yeah.
believing the propaganda of Nala being alive. Nala is not alive.
And
Just
Nala has,
stop.
yeah.
Just stop with the propaganda.
Nala's not around.
And she needs to stop posting pictures of the dogs, because all it does is make people remember all the shitty things about all the fucking dogs that are missing with no fucking
Hmm.
explanation or excuse for it. Stop the fucking propaganda. Just fucking
Yeah.
stop it.
It
Just
is what it
fucking
is.
stop
It's
it.
done.
You know what I mean? Like just stop that shit. Just stop that shit. It puts it back into everybody's head.
That dog was so
Yes,
cute.
yes, the Nala that Mel showed was way too big.
Oh yeah, that was a big ass fucking pug. Nala
So,
was
so here's the thing: dogs
smaller.
get wider, they don't get longer, and that dog was too long. That was
Yeah.
100% not Nala. I get that Biddy one or whoever it was that originally reached out, that person reached out to. I get that she probably believes it. I do. I get that she probably believes it. I don't think she's intentionally sharing false information, but it's not her. And if you look on No One's YouTube page, she shows that the Nala that we all remember as Nala, remembering Nala or whatever, that wasn't the original Nala. Or either way, anyway, that was Nala 2.0, because the first Nala disappeared also. So the Nala we remember is not the original Nala. No, it was not Nala. It was not Nala. I've said it before. I have spoken to a neighbor. Nala was killed, and the cat was killed by the child karma.
Is somebody? Because I can't read the comments. Is someone saying that Nala's alive?
No. Somebody said that there are DMs from the realtor that said that she has multiple dogs of his. And then somebody said, I didn't think it was Nala, and I said, it isn't Nala. I said, that's what pisses me off, because a neighbor had reached out to me and told me about it a while ago. Like, I don't repeat shit unless I know that it's some sort of fact. She does not have Nala, though. But she doesn't have Nala. She's lying.
Because Nala's dead.
Nala's dead. No, Mel kept none of the dogs. No, Mel kept none of the dogs. The puppies had gone to animal care and control way before he passed away anyway. Well, not long before he passed away.
And then Zelda went to Melanie's sister.
Zelda went to Melanie's sister, and Karma went to, the chow, went to Melanie's sister's co-worker. Puma, the Dalmatian, that went to one of Melanie's friends. Those are the only dogs that I know where they are, right?
Yeah, and I'm happy because Zelda looks so happy and, like, free.
I know that Zeus was killed. Zeus was put down. And I believe Mufasa was put down, although I'm not 100% sure. But I had spoken to Mufasa's breeder. And the breeder had tried to find Mufasa to take him back, because that was in the contract that he signed with the breeder when he got Mufasa. And the breeder has been unable to locate Mufasa. So I believe, based on that Mufasa's dead too.
Yeah. Well, which one was it that supposedly Aaron went to Germany to get? Was it Zelda?
Oh,
he got some kind of dog from Germany.
Zelda did not come from Germany.
I know. I know. I just wanted to bring that up.
Okay, whatever you wrote, Haxo, I can't even read that shit. So, unless you want to write in another English language for me to understand what you're saying, because I don't know what the hell you just said.
Probably what, Polish maybe?
No. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's a weird print, and it's definitely another language also. but it's a weird print that I cannot read. So unless they want to write it in English, I don't know who that is, and I'm just going to remove them because I don't know what the hell it says. So if they're still here, here they go. Okay.
You know what blows my mind is that Victoria was there.
Morning, Lindsay. Of course Victoria was there.
Like, that is so weird. Like, that is some weirdo shit.
Yeah, they blessed us. I removed Haxo. I don't know what the hell that was.
That what?
I said I removed whoever that person was from the live because I don't know what the hell they were saying in whatever language. So there were 200 people at the venue. I wouldn't expect Prince to be there. He was too young to be at a concert anyway, at a year old with the headphones. And from 8 to 10 at night, he had no business being there anyway.
Yeah, no.
Yes,
sure.
Victoria Honeycutt was there. I saw her. She was
So
there.
all of his well, not all of his exes, but some of his exes all under one roof.
But yes, I think Mel should have been there. I think she should have been invited. I don't think she should have bought a ticket and shown up on her own, because who the fuck goes somewhere that they don't want to be?
Yeah,
That they're
she
not
would have been
wanted?
jumped. They probably all those females would have
All
probably
those people
fucking jumped her.
Yeah, they fucking hate her.
Yeah,
so she
they do
shouldn't
not
have
like
been
her.
there. Lena was there. No, Abba was not there. Abba's doing her own thing in Philly.
Did you see Andrew's post of Lena?
Did I see Andrew's post to Lena? What?
Yeah, Scotian. He posted on his story about Lena, saying, "Oh, Lena, something about, oh, but you cared so much about Aaron this, Aaron that." But he's like, but like, I don't know, something. But then in the next slide, it was like how mean she was to him, like all these tweets. So he like screenshotted the tweets and posted on his story about what, about what Lena was saying about Aaron and tweets and shit, and it was a fucking mess.
No, he removed them all now. I'm sure somebody has it somewhere.
Hopefully, maybe. But damn, I should have fucking screenshotted that shit.
Well, just tell me.
Talking about, like, one tweet saying that Aaron would, like, cry like a little boy, scared that he was going to get beat up by some little kids or some shit. I don't know. She was just being mean. Like, those tweets were mean. And he was just like, you know, you say that you love him, but you were so mean to him. Like, you were so cruel.
Oh. Somebody needs to tell me the next time he posts something, because I don't watch him all the time.
Don't worry, I will.
You just mail things to Crystal. Linz, just mail things to Crystal, Lindsay.
Why? Why would
That'll
I mail
be funny.
things to Crystal?
Not to you. The other Lindsay, my friend Lindsay.
Oh.
So my friend Lindsay would mail shit to Aaron and fuck with him. It was funny. And I
what
think
did you send?
Letters from the FBI. With the dress being the FBI. Like, it was just funny shit.
Did he believe it?
No. But he would go on camera and talk about it.
Oh my god. That's funny. Aaron was so paranoid.
I agree with you, Shelley. Listen, there is no reason. Melanie doesn't want anything from them outside of them to be around. They want them to be part of her life and the baby's life. But for them to think, yes, that's right, she sent poop to Aaron's house once. Cow poop. It was great. He made a whole thing about it, saying how Melanie could have gotten sick because she was pregnant from it or some shit. It was great. Great.
Oh my god.
You're not getting sick from a box of poop. by the way. And it's legal. You could send it because it's for entertainment purposes only.
You know, the lives that I actually hated when I would pop on when he would come live, like he would be live and then he would just play his music nonstop and not say shit
I
for
know.
like an hour. Like I hated that.
I
Sometimes
know.
like even 2 hours. I was like,
Yep,
fuck, I'm not watching this
poopsenders.com.
shit.
Yes, poopsenders.com. You could send cow poop, gorilla poop, elephant poop. It's actually a website. It's like $20, $30, something like that. And you can mail it to anybody you want. For entertainment
That's
purposes only.
awesome.
So as long as you're entertained, it's legal.
I'll send one to my baby daddy.
Send it to your exes. Ellen just wrote, send it to your exes.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to my baby daddy's mom's house so they can step in it.
Right, but they can't be better towards Prince without being better towards Mel, right?
I mean that's not too much to ask, to be honest with you, from them.
Because you're not, because as a single mom, like I wouldn't drop my kid off at somebody's house, whether they're an aunt and uncle or not, if I don't have a relationship with them. Just because I've seen you on TV or I've seen you in concert doesn't mean that I know you as as people where I would leave my kid with you. I don't know you to leave my kid with you. My kid doesn't know you. You've never met my kid. Oh, yeah, you can send a bag of dicks that are gummies.
Oh my god,
too,
you could send
to
a bag
people.
of dicks?
You can send a bag of dicks.
Oh hell yeah.
Poopsenders.com. Yeah, I'll pin it for you, puffers.
Oh hell yeah. I would love to send a bag of dicks. That would be amazing.
There you go. Poopsenders.com. Go send a bag of dicks.
That's fucking awesome.
I saw that and I was debating on sending that to my ex. I did. I thought about sending it to my ex, my abusive ex.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm
I know.
fucking do
She's.
with my baby daddy.
I feel for Mel as a single mom. You know, they are. They're good for bachelorette parties too. I don't know if they ship overseas, but you know, definitely check it out, Jordy.
Too bad you can't, like, whoever sends it, like, you leave a note and saying, hey, if somebody opens up the door, just throw it at them.
I know, right?
Because I would love to throw a bag of dicks at my baby daddy's face.
I think it would be great just to send gorilla poop to baby daddy and
Oh,
have
yeah.
it left on his doorstep. You know, I don't know if anybody else did that, but we weren't allowed dogs in my building. We used to take cat shit and stick it in paper bags and then light it outside people's
Light
apartment
it on
buildings.
fire.
Yeah, knock
then they
on the door
yeah.
and run away. And then they come out and they stomp on it.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a kick out of that because we weren't allowed dog poop because we didn't have dogs in the building. So we would have been hunting for dog poop, and we're not doing that shit.
What is everybody talking about?
That's a New York thing. Okay, so Lindsay wrote, no, she made her mess. That poor kid was forced to be born into that mess. And then Shelley wrote, sometimes as adults, for the better of the youth of our family, we got to drop shit and move forward with a clean slate. I don't know how Lena gets more involved with Aaron's memorial than Mel and her son. Ellen said, stepping on shit in a bag is a New York thing. No, it isn't, because Linz is not from New York, and she knows about it.
Yeah, we used to do that.
Egging, we didn't egg people's homes. We used to egg each other. On Halloween, we would egg and shaving cream each other, which now it's considered assault. But we had so much fun doing it until You know, the not nice people decided to start using Nair instead of shaving cream, and then we had to stop.
Yeah.
But
Oh my God. Yeah. I don't know.
okay, she's gonna send you some poop, Jordy, and then you can resend it to someone. Of course, you were toilet papering somebody's house as a kid, not as an adult. See, they know shitbags in the UK too. I just keep sending good vibes to Prince because, damn, he was born into a family divided. Sucks. He deserves better from both sides. Oh, Jordy will use her own shit to send to people. She's fine.
Yeah, I
It
think
does suck.
Melanie will be just fine.
Melanie will be fine. I think that in general it's a shitty situation. No pun intended, since we were talking about sending shit. But I grew up in a very dysfunctional family where we put the fun in dysfunctional. And when I stopped talking to my aunt and my cousin, I still allowed my daughter to go see them because I wasn't taking her away from her family, but she knew them. In order for me as a single mom to drop my kid off when they were 1, 2, 8 at somebody's house, I would have to have a rapport with them and trust them. Good morning. A rapport
Yeah,
with them
you're
and
not just
trust them
gonna
with my
drop off.
kid. I'm not going to
Yeah.
drop off my kid. We're going to have to spend time together. I'm going to have to see you interacting with my kid. My kid's going to have to get used to you, you know? And then I'll drop my kid off. But until
Yeah,
then,
I
it's just not
mean,
going to
I really
happen.
would. I really wish they would make an effort. I mean, that baby is so cute. Looks just like Aaron and Mel mixed together, and it's just
So the autopsy won't be done till somewhere between February and March, probably closer to March. That'll be when it's released. It's going to take at least 4 months. I didn't mean to say 4 years, 4 months. You know,
yep, they take a long time.
it takes a long time because they got to take pieces from everywhere and get it tested. And the one test that will take the longest will be the lung tissue test. Morning, Mard. Because that's a test that they don't normally do. It is a very expensive test, and it's something that's not normally done. And they have to do it based on what was found around him when he passed. So you can't test for duster, but you could test for the chemicals that was in the duster in the lung tissue, and that's what they're going to test for, or what they are testing for. And that's how the test takes the longest.
Oh, well, I noticed that Jane's been quiet.
Well, for 2 days. She's only been
Yeah.
quiet for 2 days.
I wonder if Nick and them
No,
told her to.
Jordy, that's not true. Prince did know AC when he was alive because she saw him all the time. The toxicology results aren't going to be here till probably March. I'm betting March because that's 4 months. It took 4 months to get Anne Heche's toxicology. It took 4 months to get Jack Wagner's son's toxicology. Oh, did I say she's drunk?
Do what?
Who's drunk? What? Who's drunk? Did I say drunk? I didn't say drunk. Did I say wait till she's drunk? Oh, I don't know what the hell that is. I don't know what you were talking about. Oh, yeah. Oh, sneak them over there. Never mind that. Yes, Jane will wait till she's drunk to go AWOL. AWOL is not the right word
Well,
either.
unless they're keeping
Wait for her to
her,
be
unless they
drunk
kept her quiet.
to text again on Facebook. She's only posting it on Facebook. And yes, Mel brought Prince over there all the time. That's why she wasn't allowed to do it anymore, and she had to keep Prince home at her mother's house. She wasn't allowed to take Prince out alone anymore, and then Aaron would sneak over there. Aaron saw Prince all the time. All the time. He saw that kid all the time. That kid knew him. That kid was very comfortable with him. He saw that kid all the fucking time.
Wait, who saw the kid? Who saw Prince?
Aaron.
Oh, yeah.
All the fucking time. He never showed up for his supervised visits, but he saw him all the time. There's pictures of him sleeping at her mother's house. At her mother's house. With the baby on his belly. Yes, he did. It wasn't in AC's house. That was not in Aaron's house, that picture that you put up. No, they're not remembering their first year. Lindsay, he's not gonna remember Aaron. Everybody around him is gonna tell him about Aaron and what a great guy he is, because that's what you do. You shield your kids from the bad as much as you could. And you lie. Until they're old enough for you to be honest. I mean, that's just what you do. So I can remember from a year and a half on. I can remember from 1.5 on. Because I remember my grandmother having a stroke when I was a year and a half. And making her walk without her walker. Oh, he will definitely see it on the internet one day, and I'm sure she'll tell him the truth eventually anyway, as he gets older. I mean, I told my daughter the truth about her sperm donor, but when she was little, I just said that, he wanted her, but he got scared and he ran away, which is like a half-truth. You know what I mean? It's a half-truth. She was wanted, and he did get scared. And later on, he did actually physically run away when he saw her in the street because he was a pussy. But, I mean, the truth of the matter was he was a deadbeat dad, and he changed his mind and didn't want her at one point. And I was 6 months pregnant, so not happening. But people suck. Families suck. All families are fucked up. Everybody has their own dysfunction. Listen, morning, Amy. We're talking about Aaron and Mel at the moment. Listen, there's no way he's not going to have mental health issues. Clearly, it runs in the family. He was already probably born with the genetic gene for addiction, so he's going to have to contend with that. She's going to have to be open with him about some things, right? Because you have to when that genetic marker, when there's a chance for that genetic marker. I'm an addict. I hid that I was an addict from my kid. My kid didn't know I was an addict, but she did know that my biological father was an addict. And I let her know that she would never be a normal teenager smoking a joint or getting drunk or binge drinking when you're 21. She'll never be able to do that, because if she does that, she might never stop, because it runs in because it's in her blood. But I started telling her that shit when she was young, that she could never do that, so that when she got older, she never did it. But she did. She was 13, and she did. He wasn't born with any drugs in his system, though. Exactly. Educating him, believe it or not, it helps, and it matters, and it makes a difference. It does. Mental illness wasn't a big thing when I had my kid in the 90s, but my daughter suffered from severe clinical depression, and I had to fight to have therapy for her.
which is honestly the only reason why I streamed the concert, because I made a donation to On Us Breathe, because I think their mission is good, you know? So here's the thing. It's not alcoholism, Amy, that runs in your family. That might just be the addiction that your family had, but addiction is addiction. So if you could be addicted to alcohol and be an alcoholic, you could be addicted to drugs and become a drug addict. So my daughter was 13 and drank vodka and smoked a blunt for the first time, and thank God she got sick and she was throwing her guts up. And she called me up and told me about it. And I said, good, you'll never do it again. And she has never done it again. I think since the age of 13, she's had 2 beers in her life. Because she is very, very, okay, have fun at the grocery store. She is very, very aware of the fact that she runs the risk of being an addict. And she's on antidepressants, and you really can't mix that with alcohol. She's been on antidepressants on and off since she was 11. So Lexapro is a good medication. I give my thumbs up on that drug. That drug saved my kid's life. But you have to be open with your kids. You have to have that open rapport.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Amy. Right, an addiction is an addiction. So here's the thing. I have an addictive personality. I get addicted to a lot of things if I don't actually watch it. I had the Jackpocket app, the Lotto app on my phone, and I was pouring money into it that I didn't have because I got addicted to being able to play Lotto on my cell phone. I deleted the app. So, you know, I'm also a binge eater. So I got to be careful with that. And that leads to other eating disorders. I have an addictive personality. I just do. I'm an addict. I was born an addict. I grew up with a biological father as an addict. I can get addicted to anything. Sex, drugs, rock and roll, you name it. I've been addicted to it. So I constantly watch myself and make sure that I don't, you know, get out of control. But that's something that I chose to do, and I chose to educate myself. But when I had my kid, I educated her because I didn't have an adult in my life, a parent in my life telling me, oh, you can't do X, Y, and Z because of X, Y, and Z. I wasn't told any of that shit. It was hidden from me that my father, that my biological father was an alcoholic and a drug addict. I knew he was an alcoholic. I knew he drank. I knew he did drugs. I knew he was a whore. I didn't realize he was a sex addict and a drug addict and an alcoholic. Like, I didn't put that shit together until, God, I was much older. Much older. Much older. I don't even know if he was alive when I finally put it all together. Because he passed away in 2009, I think. Or 2010. I don't know. Something like that. He passed away. You gotta have those conversations. And you have to tell, and boys, you need to make sure you tell them that no means no. If a girl says no, even if you're having sex, if the girl says no, you immediately stop and walk away. And you have to tell girls that they have the right to say no, and they don't owe boys anything. Like, you have to have all these conversations with your kids as they grow up. It's shitty. It's shitty. Nobody should have to have these conversations, but we do. We do. Kids are not born knowing the difference between right and wrong and knowing limitations. Children cannot see around corners. They cannot see the consequences of their actions. We can see their consequences. I know you do, Jordy. I know you like other things. Oh, my live's going to end. I got to get the dogs down. They got to go pee. Exactly. No is no. I'm an essay survivor. You know, we weren't taught it, but we learned it, and we need to teach it to our kids so that they know. That's all it is. The more we teach them,